8-Bit Baseball is on. Today's game is between the Haunted Egrets and the Comet Fireballs. Both teams are 1-1 after opening weekend. Looks like all the warm-ups are concluded, and it's time to play ball. Pitching today for the Haunted Egrets, Post, leading off, Traver. He swings at that one and it goes foul, third base side. The count is no balls and 1 strike to Traver, the left fielder. Post delivers, and he swings at that, and it gets by the diving third baseman Golder and out into the outfield. Newman, the left fielder, will have to retrieve that one, and he's on base with a double. So the offensive action starts off today with a double by Traver. And now Pryor comes up, the second baseman for the Fireballs. Takes the first pitch outside a ball. And Post delivers a second pitch, also outside, ball 2, 2 balls, no strikes to Pryor. And then now on the outside for a strike, 2 balls, 1 strike now to Pryor. And Post delivers that one, and it's batted at. The first baseman, Bestall, has that one, and he taps the bag, throws up to second, and the runner is safe. So 1 down, still a runner at second. That one was inside for 90 miles an hour. 1 ball and no strikes to Church, the center fielder. And he swings through that one, a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Church, center fielder, top of the first. And that pitch is inside, very close, but a ball nonetheless. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Church, the center fielder. And Church swings at that one, and it's hit right back to Post in a pop-up, who then quickly throws to Toby, the second baseman, but the runner is safe. 2 down now, and he swings at that one. That one is inside, and he missed that. Newman will have to retrieve that. Romano, the shortstop, looked like he had an opportunity at it and just kind of stopped. So now Baker comes up after the hit by Miller. Miller on first, and we've got runners at first and third now with 2 down. Baker, and that's a ball outside. The count now 1-1 to Baker, the first baseman. Post delivers, and that's hit into foul territory, third base side, but Bestall is charging over, and he's under it. He calls for it, and it is out. He did have to reach for that one. It was close, but he gets the third out in foul territory. So now for the Haunted Egrets, Romano leading off the game. He's the shortstop, and Dinn will be pitching for the Comet Fireballs today. First pitch, strike. Took a healthy cut at that one, and a second pitch, strike. So now 0-2 on the count to Romano. Dinn ahead early, and he strikes him out on 3 pitches, just like that, to begin the game. Strike out! And Fisher now comes up, the center fielder, and he pops it out into left field. Traver's over there. He's under it, and that will be an out as well. So 2 down, which brings up Newman, the left fielder for the Haunted Egrets. Dinn delivers, and Newman hits that one hard down the third base line, but Keenan is there, and he throws him out quite easily at first. So now back to the Comet Fireballs in the second inning. Vittel swings at that pitch. Strike. No balls, 1 strike to Vittel. And another strike. Post is really dealing strikes today. No balls, 2 strikes to Vittel. He winds and delivers that one. And another strike out! Strike out! And that brings up Keenan, the center fielder. He hits that one out into shallow right, or Caster. Records the out. And this one is hit out in the left field, where Newman will settle under and record the third out. So we went rather quickly there. Into the bottom of the second. Caster up to bat now for the Haunted Egrets. The pitch there is across the zone. He swings at it, and it's popped up in foul territory. And Baker's charging over, and he has room to make the catch for the first out. And that brings up Bestall now, the first baseman. Still no score. And the pitch there is popped up, and Dinn moves back. He's under it, Dinn the pitcher, and he's got it for the second out. So very quickly, 2 outs. And now we move to Toby, the second baseman. He swings at that one. That's fouled deeply on the third base side. And pitch. It's a ball. Evens the count at 1-1. And Dinn delivers here, and it's hit over on the third base side. Keenan collects it and throws over to first to Baker for the out. So now the Comet Fireballs. Dinn, the pitcher. Post still on the mound for the hunted Egrets. Strike. No balls. 1 strike to Dinn. That was inside, 88 miles an hour for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. And he swings at that one. It's hit over to the first baseman, Bestall, who grabs it and tags the bag for an out. And now we begin again with Traver, left fielder. He's outside for a ball. 1 ball. No strikes to Traver. Post. Delivers inside for a ball. Traver, 1-1. Delivers. And that one sweeps across the plate for a strike. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes to Traver. And that one's inside. He swings at it. It's hit into the outfield. It's going to be between the center fielder and the left fielder, Newman and Fisher. Fisher's going to grab it, but Traver's all the way out to second base with a double. So he's on base now for Pryor. Only 1 down, top of the third here. And he hits that one quite hard into left field. Newman is back there, but it looks to be over his head and just over the fence for a home run. Home run. The score now 2-0. Comet Fireballs taking the lead. Exciting. Church now up. Count 2 balls and no strikes. Post delivers. It's to the inside. He hits it down the line. That's going to be a base hit. And he moves up. He's headed towards second with a double. So after the home run, Comet Fireball's not letting up. Pressing the advantage. That brings up Miller, the cleanup hitter, and he hits that one hard, but in foul territory on the third base side. Strike 1. No balls. 1 strike to Miller. And the pitch there is outside, 61 miles an hour. 1 ball, 1 strike. And he pitches that one, and it's hit hard into center field. And catch is made right at the 400 marker there at the warning track, as far back as you could possibly get in center field. Wow. Okay, he had his work cut out for him there. So now that brings up Baker, and he hits that one over to the left field side. That's out of the park for a home run. Extending the lead now, 4-0 for the Comet Fireballs. Home run by Baker. And so Vidal now, the shortstop, comes up to bat. Post delivers that, and it hits hit out to Golder, the third baseman, who's able to glove and get it to Bestall for the 3rd out. So 4 runs scored in that inning on a pair of home runs. 4-0. Comet Fireballs of the hunted Egrets. Golder now, the third baseman, up. His first pitch is a ball. Second pitch he swings at. That's a strike. The count 1-1 to Golder. Dinn delivers to the outside, a 103-mile-an-hour strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Golder. And the delivery here is on the outside. He swings at it. It's down the first baseline. The first baseman, Baker, dives and he makes the catch. Most impressive. So that brings up Bundy. He swings at that one, and it goes right to Pryor, the second baseman, who gloves it and tosses to Baker for the out. And we've got a pinch hitter come up now for Post, the pitcher. It's Stepsy. So Stepsy will be batting in this inning, and he hits it out to Miller, who gloves it and draws it in for the 3rd out. So the Comet Fireballs now come up again to bat. And we've got a pitching substitution. Jackson on the hill for the hunted Egrets. And he delivers the pitch there, and Keenan swats at it, hits it out to Toby, who throws over to Bestall for the 1st out. So that brings up Toomer, the catcher, who hits it over into the third base side foul. Grounds it foul. No balls. 1 strike to Toomer. and he hits that one up the middle, and that is going to be a base hit. It's all the way out to Fisher, who gloves it and throws it into Toby. And so now Dinn, the pitcher, comes up to bat with a runner at first. Only one down. And he swings at the first pitch, 86 miles an hour. That's a strike. Nothing in one to Dinn. And the second pitch is a ball outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Dinn. Top of the fourth. Leading 4-0. 2 balls, 1 strike now. And that pitch is on the inside, and it's going to get over the head of the third baseman, Golder, who was charging out. But, oh, the base runner thought that it was not going to be, that it was going to be caught in a pop fly, and he did not advance, and he's caught there between the bases for an out. And this one's popped up. Toby shifts over, and he's under it, and that is the 3rd out. So that inning goes very quickly, and now the half inning rather, and so the Haunted Egrets now will be back up to bat. Still looking for their first hit of the ball game, and that one is hit up and out to the third baseman Keenan, who settles under it for the out. Dinn has been quite effective today. And so that brings up Fisher, and that hit is hit back to the pitcher Dinn, who gloves it, throws over to Baker for the 2nd out. Now Newman is up. And Dinn delivers. It's over the plate, and he pops it up over on the third base side. Keenan is over there and settles under it for the 3rd out. So very quickly, 1, 2, 3 go. The Egrets. Fireballs up. Pryor is going to lead this one off in the top of the 5th. And that's a ball outside. So that makes the count 1 ball, no strikes to Pryor. Jackson winds and delivers. That one's inside, evening the count at 1-1. And the pitch there is a strike. It's over the zone. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he pops that one up over on the left field side. Looks like Romano, the shortstop, is going to make the catch there. So now Church, the center fielder, is up. And he hits that one, but it's pop-up fly in the infield there to Toby. Toby's under it, calls for it, and settles in for the catch. So now 2 down. Miller, the last opportunity here for the Fireballs in the 5th. And he pops that one up over to the third baseman. Romano, the shortstop, charges in and settles under it for the 3rd out. So again, very quiet in that inning. And now the Haunted Egrets come up in the 5th inning. All right, Dinn, who's been absolutely spectacular through 4 innings. He get him to pop up into foul territory there. So that's strike 1. And no balls, 1 strike to Castor, the right fielder. Dinn delivers, and he hits that one over to Pryor, who throws it over to Baker for the 1st out. So that is 4 innings and a 3rd complete without getting up a single hit. And look at that. That is the first hit of the ball game for the Haunted Egrets. Finally on base. That is Castor, who is now on first base. And we see a pinch hitter, Chu, in place of Toby. And he swings very hard at the first pitch, strike, and then dribbles that one along the first base line. It went foul. And so now no balls, 2 strikes to the pinch hitter, Chu. And that's a ball there in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dinn delivers, and he swings hard at that one. That's a strikeout! Dinn absolutely pitching phenomenally today and just struck out Chu. And that one is hit into foul territory, first base side. So that will be strike 1. Golder, third baseman. And another strike right down the pike on that one. And no balls, 2 strikes to Golder. And Golder swings at that one, and he's hits it over first base side. First baseman gloves and just throws out the lead runner there. So 3 outs. And we move to the top of the 6th. And the Comet Fireballs up to bat again. Baker going to lead this one off for us. Baker, the first baseman, and Jackson delivers. That's a strike over the zone there. And no balls. 1 strike to Baker. And now that is a ball. So the first ball, one strike to Baker. Jackson delivers, and he hits it that one right back to the pitcher, who throws to Bestel for the out. First out of the inning. So now Vittel up, and he swings at that one. It's hit over third base side to Golder, who gloves and throws to Bestel for the out. Which brings up Keenan, the third baseman. 7-hole hitter. Jackson delivers, and Keenan swats that one quite well. Toby dives, that would not be Toby any longer. That's Chu. Chu dives, but he is unable to make the catch, and so that is a single and a runner on first base, which brings up Toomer, the catcher, with 2 down. First pitch is a ball, and that one he hits back to the shortstop Romano, who tosses over to second to get the lead runner and close down that inning. So Haunted Egrets now, after getting their first hit at the ball game in the last inning. Bundy up to bat, and he swings at the first pitch there, and it's hit over first base side. Baker is over there, and he settles under it for the out. All right, we see a pinch hitter now. Waters will be in place of the pitcher. So attempting to get some offense here, and they will be changing pitchers in the next inning. And the second pitch is a ball, so the count now even at 1-1. And another ball, so he throws that one outside. 2 balls, 1 strike to Waters, the pinch hitter, and a strike right down the middle. 2 balls, 1 strike. Dinn delivers, and that one's on the inside. He swings at that one, and it's over to the shortstop, but it's not going to be in time. He's able to get to first base before the throw. So that puts Waters on base with Romano up, and Romano pops up third base side. Third baseman Keenan is running out there, and he's got it for the out. So 2 down now for Fisher, the center fielder. And Fisher swings at that one. It's hit down the line, and the third baseman Keenan throws it up and gets the force out at second base. So to the 7th we go. Comet Fireballs. And let's see who's going to be pitching now for the Egrets. It's Winlist. Winlist for the Egrets. Lefty side armor. First pitch there is hit over to Golder, the third baseman, who tosses it in for the out. So Traver now up. Traver, the center fielder. Winlist, the lefty side armor, throws that one inside, 86 miles an hour for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Traver. And that one's hit across the zone and to the shortstop Romano, who throws it to Bestel for the out. And Pryor now, the second baseman, is up. And Pryor hits that one. He pops it up kind of on the infield there. And Chu is back and under it and settles in for the third out. So that ends the Fireball half of the 7th inning. And we move to the Egrets. Egrets now. And it's Newman who will lead us off in this frame. And he hits that one hard, but over to Keenan, who gloves it and throws to Baker for the first out. Castor now, the right fielder, up. Dinn still cruising along, has not given up a run on only 2 hits in 6 innings and a third work. No balls, 1 strike to Castor. And he swings at that one hard, and he's hit all the way out into center field. Church is going to have to chase that one down, and he will be at second with a double. So now, with only 1 down in the 6th, we've got a runner threatening. We've got a runner at second, and that one is hit to the third baseman. Keenan, he throws it over to Baker for the second out, and that brings up Chu now, the second baseman. The first pitch is outside, 82 for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. And then we got a pitch inside. The second pitch is also a ball. So Dinn running into a little bit of trouble after his earlier accuracy. 3 balls now, no strikes. 3 balls and no strikes to Chu. And then finally he finds the zone there. 3 balls, 1 strike. And Chu swings at that one. He inside outs the pitch, however. And Pryor has it. It's an infield fly, and he settles that for the third out. So we move to the 8th inning, and the Comet Fireballs are at bat once more. Church, the center fielder, is going to lead off this one, and he swings at the first pitch. It's hit over first base side. The second baseman, Toby, is going to... I'm sorry, that's Chu now, has that one for the first out. Miller, now the right fielder, is up. And the first pitch is in the dirt, a ball. Winless pitching for the Egrets, 1 ball, and that is an 87-mile-an-hour strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike now to Miller. And that one's inside for a ball. So 2 balls, 1 strike now for Winless. Left-handed side armor, and he's just outside for ball 3 on that one. 3 balls, 1 strike to Miller. And he comes back inside. Miller swats at that one. It's out to Chu, who is able to throw him out at first. And that one's hit very deep. And out of the park! That's a home run, extending the lead for the Fireballs. Baker with the solo in the 8th. So Vittel now up, the shortstop, after the home run. Romano's got that one. He throws it over to Bestall for the out. So the 8th inning is over, but the Fireballs have added another run with that solo shot. Golder now is leading off this frame for the Egrets. He bats at that one, but it's hit over on the first base side, foul. No balls, 1 strike to Golder. Dinn still pitching, and has not given up a run yet. And that one's outside for a ball. Golder counts 1-1. Delivers, and it's right over the plate. Edge of the plate for the second strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he delivers there on the inside, and he hits that one back to the pitcher, who throws it over to Baker for the out. So Bundy now, the catcher, comes up. And that pitch is very slow and right on the edge of the plate for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. And Bundy hits that one very, very deep under the right field side, and it's into the stands for a home run. 5-1 now, and a pinch hitter, Banks, for the pitcher. So we'll see a pitching change as well. Dinn's still on the hill. He gave up the home run, but it would appear that he's still capable of handling the game. And that is a hit for the pinch hitter. 1 down. Romano now, the leadoff man, comes up. And he hits that one back to Vittel, who shuffles it over to Baker for the 3rd. So now the Comet Fireballs coming back up with a chance to perhaps answer that 1 run finally scored by the Egrets. And that one's way outside. Louis now pitching for the Egrets. Left-handed side armor. And Louis pitches that one inside, and it's popped up on the first base side. It's in foul territory, but Bestall should have him when he does. That's the first out of the frame. And Keenan. And now, so that brings up Toomer, the catcher, and that one is, he hits that one. It was on the outside of the plate, out to Newman, the left fielder, who collects it for the 2nd out. So now Dinn, the pitcher, who will remain, it would appear, because he's going to be batting here, and he hits that one out to the 3rd baseman, Golder, who loves it, and he almost beat that pitch. It was very close. The throw from Golder was quite slow, but it's out nonetheless, and so the last 3 chances for the Egrets. And Dinn looking at a complete game here. Wow, what a diving play by Vittel, and a great throw over to Baker, the first baseman, to complete that one and the first out. So now Newman comes up, the left fielder, and Dinn delivers that one on the inside, very slow. He's fatigued significantly, but that's going to happen after 8 1/3 innings of work. And it's hit out to Vittel, who gloves it and throws over to Baker once again for the out. So now we're just 1 out away from a complete game for Dinn. And he pitches that one to the outside, and it's popped out to Vittel. And that's it. The game is over. Fireballs win 5-1 on the strength of a complete game by Dinn, who takes the win. Post will be charged with the loss, and look at that host of home runs. What a game! Hope you enjoyed it.